attitude toward the things of Yahweh may very well reveal our attitude toward Yahweh. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 2 of Torah portion Shophtim. Let's go to Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter number 17, and verse number 1. That verse reads as follows: Do not slaughter to Yahweh your Elohim a bull or sheep, which has any blemish, any evil matter, for that is an abomination to Yahweh your Elohim. So every animal that is placed on the altar at the Mishkan, the Mizbeach, was to be a picture of Yeshua's offering of himself in our behalf. Therefore, to put an animal that was sickly, that was defiled, that was blemished, that was crippled, that was in any way impure, was to reveal Yeshua as an inferior offering in our behalf. The word that is used for abomination here is the word to'avah. And it is something to be considered as disgusting, as abhorrent, and to be loathed. Let's read a few other verses where we see the same word used in similar context. In the book of Leviticus, Vayikra, chapter number 18, beginning with verse number 22. And do not lie with a male as with a woman is an abomination, homosexuality. Also in verse number 26, but you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, and not do any of these abominations, the native nor the stranger who sojourns among you. Because the men of the land who were before you have done all of these abominations, and thus the land became defiled. Verse 29 and 30. For whoever does any of these abominations, those beings who do them, shall be cut off from among my people. And you shall guard my charge, so as not to do any of these abominable laws which were done before you, so as to not defile yourselves by them. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Once more in Leviticus, in Vayikra chapter 20, and verse 13. And the man who lies with a male as he lies with a woman, both of them have done an abomination. They shall certainly be put to death. Their blood is upon them. And the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter number 7, verse 25 and verse 26. The carved images of their mighty ones you are to burn with fire. Do not covet the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be snared by it, for it is an abomination to Yahweh your Elohim. And do not bring an abomination into your house, lest you be accursed like it. Utterly loathe it, and utterly hate it, for it is accursed. When we look at this word, tu'avah, then we understand it is linked to homosexuality, to perversion, to idolatry, to that which Yah hates. He says those who are connected to it will be cut off from among their people, that we're not to bring such things, such ideas, such tolerances into our house, because we will become accursed by it. So Yah is drawing a very, very straight, firm, well-defined line concerning that which is placed upon his altar. Now, as we learned in Leviticus or Vayikra chapter number 1 through 5, there are 5 principal offerings that each reveal Yeshua. The elevation or whole burnt offering is an offering by which we say Yah gave his entire being through Yeshua in our behalf. It is an offering by which a man approaches the Most High. He is elevated. He gives his whole life, his whole being. Father, come take all of me, which is what Yeshua did in our behalf. In chapter 2, we find the Mincha, the meal offering, which explains or cries out, declaring Yah is my sustenance, my supply, my continuance. He is all that I have need of. Again, Yeshua exemplifying that for us. In chapter number 3, the Shalomim, or the peace offering, tearing down the middle wall of partition between the two houses, Yeshua hung on the tree for all of us. And he brought peace not only between ourselves, but between us and our Creator. Chapter number 4, we find that he is the katat, the sin offering. For unintentional sins, Yeshua died and gave himself so that you and I could be free from any accusation or charge laid against us. And then in chapter 5, he is the Asham offering, the trespass offering, where we have violated righteous relationships between ourselves. And Yeshua has himself taken upon himself that for us, enabling us to have a right relationship with ourselves, with him, and with the Father. So then, recognizing all that Yeshua has done for us, and then present to him that which is defiled or crippled or maimed in some way, is to develop a casual attitude toward the Messiah. This we cannot afford to do. Somehow, in the midst of the course of studying the Torah, having left previous places of worship and identity, denominational structures, we have engaged in the process of studying commands, mitzvot, the festivals, the Shabbat, the food diet laws, and we've got so caught up in those at times that we have forgotten, wait a minute, what about Yeshua? Where does he fit in all of this? Where is the revelation of Yeshua when I sit down in a restaurant and look at the menu? When I'm enjoying Sukkot and I'm celebrating and I'm dancing and I'm feasting and I'm fellowshipping and I'm having a great party, where is Yeshua? We must not allow our hearts to become casual toward him. Rather, we must become refocused and well-defined in our understanding of who he is. Yeshua is our everything. Without him, there is no redemption for us. Without him, there is no restoration to the kingdom. Without him, there is no change, no creation that is new, no difference of being. If we have a heart that is casual toward Yeshua, then we're only a step away from being casual about Shabbat, casual about the feast days, casual about the Torah, and casual about our relationship with the Father and then one another. I have watched while many have become casually acquainted with Messiah to the point that they leave him off altogether, focusing rather upon the rabbinical decrees, the insights, and leaving him altogether to go into another religion. I've watched while others have become more fascinated with crystals and feminism and other variations of thought and walk away and leave him behind. My heart is broken and I'm deeply saddened. If I'd thought that finding Yeshua as opposed to Jesus, finding Shabbat and the HaMoedim as opposed to more traditional holidays, if I thought leaving behind the pork and the shellfish to eat a clean diet, that all those things would take me away from Messiah, I don't know I would have ever chosen to take this journey. Yeshua is the goal of the Torah. When we study his altar, and we recognize what he has done for us, then our heart must cry out in fresh love for him and be well defined for him. I find it very interesting. Immediately juxtaposed to this command concerning the altar are then decrees about paganism and idolatry and perversions. Without Yeshua, that's all we have left. My friend, let's you and I focus fresh today on the Messiah, and may he find you and may you find him. We'll talk more tomorrow. Until then, shalom.